what's in nature. What's, if you go anywhere, you'll see nature. And in nature, there's wildlife animals, there's wild kind of plants, there's wild just means because it grows in nature and it's not kind of used to human interaction. So we have some people, some narrators, you might know them. I'm going to show you some of them that like to go and film documentary about wildlife. So I'll just give you some very quick one. You might have seen David Edinburgh. So David Edinburgh is very famous. Do you know this? Have you seen his documentary? Have you seen this man's documentary? So he films a lot of wildlife shows. You could see in the ocean, in, like crazy parts of the world. Do you know this one? David Edinburgh? Sorry. So very famous person for filming nature, think in nature. Okay, so that's David Attenborough. And his work is known. Like if you like to watch documentaries, that means that you like to learn about things in nature, animals, places. So he is very well known. He's from the UK, David Edinburgh. Do you know him? No, you never see his documentary? Okay. Yeah, look here with the little lion cub, the elephants. I mean, he does a lot of shows. So if you're interested, you could watch him. There's another one. We have an Australian guy called Steve. Now he's passed away, Irwin. So Steve Irwin was our Australian wildlife narrator. So he would, especially known for crocodiles. Do you know him? No. No, you never see? I have to. Yeah, I have to show you some videos. So he is very well known because he talks about the crocodiles. So he does documentaries. That means that he gives you true information and facts about crocodiles, and not just crocodiles, about lots of, snakes, reptiles, so lots of Australian native animals. So if you want to learn about Australian native animals, Steve Irwin has done some amazing, amazing documentary. Okay, so why are we talking about wildlife and documentary? We're going to be watching a video, but let's look at some vocab first. So you could see in number 3, there are rainforests across Central and South America. What does rainforest mean? So a rainforest is a place with many trees and different types of wildlife. That's what the rainforest is. And as you know, in Latin America, in Brazil, you have the Amazon rainforest. Okay, so it's just a place with many trees and different types of wildlife. Wildlife means things that are alive. What's a camera trap? A camera trap is what some people use when they want to take photos. But because the animal doesn't come close, they need to leave it in a place and the camera trap will know if something is moving in front of it. So it's just a camera. You leave it because maybe you don't want to film lions. It's too dangerous. So it's something that takes photos when an animal moves in front of it. Okay, what's King Django? A king jango is just a small animal. Okay, we'll have a look at the video. We'll see this animal in the video. Species. Species is a type or group of animals. So you can see leopards are a species of big cats like lions and tigers. And what is a team? A team is a group of people working together. That's what a team is. It's people that are coming together and doing something, doing the same project, doing the same exercise, doing something together. Okay, before we watch the video, as I said, these were just some famous, what we call them wildlife narrators. That means that they go out and they talk to us and tell us about what is happening in the world, in, rainforests, in Africa, in whatever, some animals. So David Edinburgh, he was the man that I showed you in the beginning. He's from the UK. This is another guy, Bear Grylls, and then our Australian guy, Steve Irwin. So really good. They are great wildlife narrators. So I have an exercise. You're going to tell us about a documentary narrator. So like the 3 examples that I gave before, the people. So if you have a look, again, it's people that go out, as you can see in this picture, they take documentations, they video, something. Maybe it's about the plants, the trees, or an animal like lions, or, some animal that not many people know a lot of information about. Okay, so have a look at this one. This is the man that I showed you before, Steve Robert Irwin, the Australian man. Okay, so I want to know about their life. So he was born in 1962 in Victoria, and he's known as the crocodile hunter. So so if I said to you, this is the crocodile hunter, that's what he is known as, his name, another name for him. So he was an Australian who specialized in wild Australian animals. His skills were passed on by his father, Bob. Okay, so you just want to give me just a quick history of their life. So Bob was a wildlife specialist, and his mother was a wildlife rehabilitator. They have an ecological park in Queensland where at the age of 4, Steve got his first snake, a 4-meter python. And at the age of 9, he started handling crocodiles. Okay, so that's pretty long. I just want quick information about him. This is David Edinburgh. So I'm going to give you the name of someone and you're going to write about them. So David Edinburgh was born on May the 8th, 1926. He said that he regretted having to leave his family because of his work. His work is impressive as he produces and presents various natural history programs for the BBC, such as Natural World, Wildlife, and Life Collection. This is by Curly. So Curly's writing about Bear Grylls. He's from England. He is an explorer who hosted the show Survival in the Wild, where he demonstrates survival techniques in extreme environments, such as jungles, mountains, and deserts. And here's another one with David Edinburgh from Mia. So Mia says, David Edinburgh, a 94-year-old Englishman, is the father of nature documentaries and the Earth Guardian Award for Lifetime Achievement Award. He is a British National Treasure TV host and biologist. He joined the BBC in the early 1950s And over the past 60 years, he has produced countless natural documentaries, nature documentaries, including zoo explorations, wild animals, dynamic planets, and so on. Okay, so you are going to tell us about a narrator. So remember, a narrator is the person. Or maybe you can tell us about a show. You can pick like some documentary show. Okay, so make sure it's not of the people. If you want, you can find someone from your country that does that. So who do you know from your country that, does these films, these documentaries about nature? So I want to know, what do they film? Why is their work good? And only don't talk about all their life, just about their life with their work. Okay, so you can pick someone from your country, or maybe you know of one that's very famous. Okay, so I'll give you a few moments writing, telling us about a documentary narrator or a documentary that you have seen.